Hey friends, Donna Amidon here, and we are in a series called Come and See, how your story can lead others to faith. And we have a special treat because we have Sherri Kreps in the studio today. Sherri is one of our spiritual fitness coaches, and we're going to talk about what she is teaching us. But before we get into her message, we just want to hear a little bit about you, Sherri. Now, I know you're from West Virginia,
yes,
as I am too. So that makes us just feel like we're related already, right?
Right.
But tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes, correct. First of all, good to be with you.
Thank you.
Yes, born and raised in West Virginia, grew up there, and then 2001, I moved to Lincoln, Nebraska. Okay. So I became a Midwesterner from a southern state. So yes.
Good. And are you married? Do you have any children?
Yes, I am married, and to my husband Jerry, I have two boys. Both of them are currently in Nashville, Tennessee. One is married. Wow. And the other one is just finishing his freshman year at college. And I have a grandson, one and only, the light of my life, named Weston.
I did not know that. Oh, I do remember Weston.
Yes.
And do I remember that your sons are musicians? Is that right?
Well, they have a lot of musical talent.
Okay.
One of my sons, my older one, he's a music producer in Nashville.
Nice.
And then my younger son is a music business major at Belmont University.
Okay, so did you give them music? Is there music in your blood?
It's really on my side of the family. Okay. So my dad really is the one. So yeah, we were a very musical family.
That's wonderful.
It is great.
Well, best of luck to them in Nashville. There's a lot of musicians down there for sure.
For sure, yes.
Give them a lot of business. Now, I know you're a pharmacist.
Yes.
Is that right? So you are prescribing people medicine for their physical bodies, but I know you would agree there's more to us than physical. There's the intangible, there's the soul, and there's a redemptive element to that too. How would you say that we heal our souls and touch our souls?
Well, I mean, I say it all the time for myself. I need Jesus.
Yes.
I say it to my friends. We need Jesus. Anything you hear on the news, I just look at my husband and I'm like, we need Jesus.
Yes, we do.
I mean, because Jesus is the one who heals us. And then, along with that, how do we get Jesus? Sometimes it's reaching out to just God ourselves, but sometimes that's through other people in our lives. So
yeah. And you provide great content for us to grow in our relationship as well when we're not sure what to read. So that's beautiful. We love your teaching for sure.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into what you're talking about in the Come and See series, and it's Ruth and Naomi. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes, and there's kind of a circular. They're kind of bouncing off each other and spurring one another on in their faith.
Yes.
Right. Can you talk about that?
Well, I mean, I love that story.
Yes.
First of all, I think it's probably common to people, just the story, and where Ruth says, wherever you go, I'll go, and wherever you lodge, I'll lodge. But there's so much more to it. Whenever you think about the fact that Naomi, she's a widow, and then what happens? But her two daughters-in-law become widows. And they're in the exact same season. So she's been hurting, she's already been hurting, but she's already experienced some grief. And then now she has captive audience, two brand new widows that she can minister to.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of the start of it. And then, as the story goes on, Orpah ends up leaving, but Naomi and Ruth go together back to Naomi's home country, and Ruth is committed to her. And I just keep thinking, wow, that here she was. She could have easily said, maybe I'm going to go back to my own home too. But she says, no, Naomi, I'm committed to you. And in that whole story, what an encouragement that is to Naomi, that she's not alone.
Yes.
And then how Naomi ministers to her and teaches her, and then she ends up getting married. And she's part of the lineage of Christ. And I don't know, I'm just blown away by the whole story.
The whole story is so incredible.
Sure.
And I remember learning in the first chapter, we see Ruth, and she is always described as the Moabitist. Ruth the Moabite, Ruth from Moab. Just pointing out that she is not Jewish, but yet she becomes grafted in to the line of Christ. Just such a redemptive picture. And I love that it was just both of them just helping one another along. And that's a picture of us. You help me, I help you. And so thank you so much, Sherri, for coming in, and we pray that this is helping you in your spiritual walk with Jesus. So thanks again for watching today, and please join us next time. We're going to have Mark Geist with us, and he's going to talk about the simple yet bold faith of Daniel. We'll see you then.